Who gon' step by me?
Yeah, told him I would be a boss before I had business.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Fred Warner, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the 49ers and the Huskies, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Huskies of Anchorage. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, look at this Anchorage team entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in the... The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led by their 5'11 quarterback, and a mobile one at that. From Temple, it's P.J. Walker.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Walker. And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 4. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he returns this to the 22. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over. That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves it with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And the 49er first down.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. He'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7. Now Walker. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Walker now. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he gets this up past the 40.
1st down, 49ers.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
McCaffrey on the counter. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find
through an opening, and there he goes. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. McCaffrey, a loss of 2 there, 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Walker. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Walker. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 2nd and long. Walker, and that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
And he'll lose yardage, brought down at the 32. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And Walker now to throw on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The coverage by Charvarius Ward.
And working out of the gun here, Walker. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Walker. And almost but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, and that one tied 10-10 as they've gone to the break. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. A.J. Brown, a touchdown catch from Jalen Hurts. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Michael Gallup, up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. Sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Walker. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Walker's throw pulled in by Schwartz. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, here's Walker. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He can't get him down. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. There he goes, right side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
It's hauled in by Hardy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the... On first down, this is McCaffrey. Nifty move. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
McCaffrey on the toss right. Oh, look at the juke. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hardy. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Purdy from the gun. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Now a 2nd and 10. Walker. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Looking middle, and that's complete. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Huskies 6.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now they're in the hurry-up. A first down throw for Walker. Underneath into the hands of Sternberger. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And now they are in prime position, first and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Niners have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw is Walker. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, trying to identify what's working and keep it going.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. To throw is Walker. Shakes off this. Walker hitting the ball is out. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the 49ers, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Anchorage, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.